I have this friend who I grew up with. We've been friends for, I'm 29, we've been friends for 29 years. And girls have always loved him, and it has always been so infuriating to me. Only because he's not conventionally attractive. Like, he's really skinny, his eyes are super sunken back into his head. He overall just looks very sick. And girls love that. Girls love a dude who just looks ill now. That's a new, like the Pete Davidson is fucking entire magazines today. And he looks like someone cast a spell on a heroin needle. He looks like a witch was addicted to heroin and then went, let it speak, and made Pete Davidson. That's fucking nuts. And I was thinking, like, when did that start? Like, when did the switch from, like, 80s jock dudes to Pete Davidson and Timothée Chalamet start? Because I kind of think it was John Mayer. I think he was the first. I think he was the first one of those that girls were like, I'm gonna fuck him after I get him a glass of water. I think he was so hot we let him get away with waiting on the world to change. Do you guys remember that piece of shit song? Do you guys remember that blues pop composition from 2006 that we all were okay with? About a millionaire white dude looking at the problems of the world and just being like, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that after I can relax a little more. There is no one hot enough to get away with that today. Like, you can't, like, imagine if Harry Styles was like, oh yeah, this is my new song about Black Lives Matter. It's called A Bit Much. It's called A Bit Much. Off my new album, This Is a Lot. This is all a lot. Harry Styles has a good life. I get jealous of, like, hot young people still. Like Harry Styles, like Maude Apatow, her dad's Judd Apatow. Like, that's fucking awesome. Like, some people seem to just fall into this pocket of, like, sickness. That, like, there's someone out there right now who just is Dua Lipa. You know what I mean? Like, she's just she goes to the mirror, looks into it, and she's like, Dua Lipa again. That's wild. Every day she does that. And she goes, where will I dance today? Where will I dance today with my friends? And make $500,000. Where shall I do that today? It seems unfair to me, unless it is. Like, I was thinking, you know, like the concept of past lives? What if Dua Lipa's last life was just so shitty that God was like, you get to be Dua Lipa this time? Like, what if the last time Dua Lipa died, God was just like, hey, sorry about the whole being a Civil War nurse thing. That was tough. And the fact that you had to remove your own son's leg, my bad. To be honest, I thought you guys were at different battles. I swear to me, when Jebediah hobbled into that tent, I was as surprised as you were. But good news, next time, you get to be Dua Lipa. And she was like, what's that mean? And he was like, 2 Lipas? Who gives a shit? I don't know. I've had a woman named Cher walking around for 60 years. No one's blinked. I'm about to give you golden pipes and ass in a Tiny Desk concert that will surprise people. Not as much as the one T-Pain did, but a lot. You're gonna kill it. Go date Ronaldo. He used to be a horse that worked in a mine. Have fun with him. Oh boy. What do I want to talk about next? I want to tell you guys a story. It's just, look, I could do other bits. I have some bits about dating. I have like a couple other bits about dating. I could even do a few about dating. But right now, I'd like to talk to you guys about beluga whales. But beluga whales, did you guys know this? Did you guys know that they think mermaids were beluga whales? That's true. It's a real fucking thing. Like, his story, like, the way mermaids started is sailors went out to sea and they came back with stories of beautiful topless women in the water, and then historians have gone over their letters and been like, well, they were probably just seeing beluga whales. Which, to me, it's really funny that mermaids started as a dude trying to convince his friends that he totally didn't fuck a beluga whale. Because they didn't come back and said they saw beluga whales. They said they were seduced by mermaids. So much so that they couldn't resist. The sirens of the sea. They fucked a beluga whale. And I kind of get it. Like, I'm not supporting fucking beluga whale. Like, but here's the deal. These guys were out at sea for like 6 months to a year at a time. And they must have gotten so tired of having sex with each other, which totally happened, and that's fine. No, I'm not kidding. Like, look, you put me and my 5 best friends on a boat for a year and a half, eventually we're fucking. Like, eventually human touch is human touch. You know what I mean? And I don't know if you guys have ever seen the stars on the open sea. But it'd be a sin not to kiss someone under that sky. And I'm not saying they left port being like, I'm gonna rail Dave by the end of this. I'm saying eventually they were looking at Orion clearer than they ever have before, and they were like, Dave's looking nice. But then that gets in the way of friendships, and one day they looked over the side of the ship and they saw something they had never seen before. Because here's another fun fact: beluga whales, not officially discovered until 1776. Because everyone who found one before that had a secret.